What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to go through 5 points that you guys can utilize and start your self-improvement journey and finally get to that life that you always dreamt of. So, without further ado, let's get into this video. So, step number 1, bros. You got to cut out those vices. Now, if you find yourself, you want to improve your business, you want to get more income coming in, or if you want to write an album and you find that you're playing a little too many video games, you're smoking a little too much weed and getting distracted, that's usually a sign to cut down those vices and moderate the time. So say you love playing video games, dedicate like an hour or even just like half an hour if you really want to get a lot of progress done, and dedicate your break time to playing a little bit of video games, and then make sure you get back to your task. Moderate your vices. So like vices that would be really time consuming and like taking you off your path would be alcohol, usually alcohol, weed, video games. It could even be like reading. Reading can be really addicting, and basically just like moderating that time and making sure that you're not taking hours. Those vices aren't taking hours off your productivity time, because it's very easy to get lost in the vice sauce. So rule number 2, after you manage your vices, or some of them, you kind of have to put them to the side for a sec. But after you manage your vices, after that would be a good chance to add in good habits. So you could like a good habit that I'd start with, your primary habit should be your health. Because if you don't have health, you don't have anything. And some good health habits would be eating the right foods. Get your red meats in. If you're vegetarian, obviously you can't eat your meats, but get your greens in. Greens have antioxidants and super important for keeping for repair, for your body repair, and drinking lots of water, because our bodies are made up of mostly water, and getting your exercise daily, whether it be out on the trail or in the gym, and building those muscles, getting that physique going. And another good habit would be cleaning your house, cleaning your environment. Having a tidy environment is good for the mind, because you're not thinking about all the mess that's around you, and taking your mind off of the good work that you need to do to get that dream life. And after that goes hand in hand with getting the progress in. You got to track your progress, because if you don't track your progress, it's easy to lose sight of the dream life that you want. And if you don't track, you won't really know if you're making progress towards that dream life. And lastly, I'd really focus on hygiene routine. Now that's shower daily, wash your hair, make sure it's nice and clean, cultivate a good skincare routine, and you also use a good natural deodorant. And after you come out of the shower, a good tip for you guys, after you come out of the shower, get a nice fragrance. So I recommend some Izzy Miyake's good, or Boss, and spray that on right after the shower. It allows it to set nice, and you'll be ready to present yourself and smell good to hopefully the future woman of your dreams. Hey guys, just stopped at a Charger Burger. I got the what was it called again? The tandoori burger. I got the tandoori burger. Looks pretty good there. And yeah, let's try it out. Yeah, we just got back to the pad. The dinner at Charger was a solid 9.5 out of 10. Highly recommend. And by the way, it was the Charger down in Eastern Passage, Nova Scotia, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. So step number 3 is learning the ability to control where you direct your mind to, and having discipline in focusing in a certain area that you're trying to improve at a time. So the best thing that I've come across, and it's a very common thing, you hear it everywhere, is meditating. To put it in a nutshell, what meditation is it is the ability to quiet the mind, to not like forcefully stop your thoughts, but to let them pass. You need to think of it as like a river flowing, and you let the river wash over you instead of resisting, and you basically let the thoughts pass, and once they pass, you'll eventually get to a point where you can naturally quiet your mind. And then once you're able to quiet your mind to a certain point, then you can think and focus on what you're working on and really improving in your life to get to that dream life that you're aiming for. And you can use it in daily situations where if you're getting too anxious and all these thoughts are just coming over you, you can sit, close your eyes, and do your practice. An app that I'd recommend, the best one that I've come across for learning how to meditate, just follow the steps in this app. It's called the Waking Up app. You can do subscription, or if you can't afford the subscription, you can actually email them and they'll give you a free subscription if you can't afford it, because they just want you to have the information, because meditation is just that valuable. Now, step number 4 is managing your dopamine levels and where you get dopamine from, and gear it so it makes work effortless. That's the key. So a way to do this is, say you're working on a project for an extended period of time. It's good to take breaks, because our brains are designed to only really take in information and really be creative for a certain amount of time, and then the progress that you're able to output drops immensely, and usually it's after as little as half an hour. So once you start to realize that your focus is kind of dropping off a bit, and you can build it up so you can focus for longer periods of time, but we usually have a cap. Well, we always have a cap of a certain amount of time. And once we get to that time, once you feel like you're getting to that time, take a break. And instead of taking a break and scrolling on social media or getting like a quick hit of dopamine, it sounds weird, but just sit and meditate, or sit and look at a wall. Do something that's like that you're just kind of still and you're sitting there. Just trust me, it sounds weird, but just sit in stillness and just meditate. And then go back to your work, and you'll notice that the energy levels will eventually start building up. You'll enjoy the work more and more as you progress and do this, because what's happening is you're not putting dopamine into another area. You're just sitting, not really enjoying anything, and then when you come back to your work and you're completing tasks, because completing tasks, it could be the simplest task, you're still getting dopamine from that. But since you're not putting dopamine in another area, it'll get put into that work task instead, and it'll build up a bank of dopamine. And our brains are neuroplasticity. If we do a certain habit with our brains, it'll build a pathway and keep going to that. So try that. And lastly, and this is, I would argue, the most important thing, get yourself a network of like-minded individuals, a brotherhood, a group, whatever you want to call it, and spend as much time with those people as you possibly can. It's a group of guys that are going for the same thing that you want to go for. You're all striving for the exact same thing. You can hold each other accountable, and make a difference in this world together. And there's nothing better than conquering the world with your brothers. And that's something that I'm going to be working on this year, getting more people around me, building up a brotherhood. And if there's anybody in Nova Scotia here, like, you know, I'm going to be starting a brotherhood, so we can meet up and conquer the city together. So those are the top things that I find make the biggest difference when you're trying to build your dream life and really make a difference in self-development and just really achieving what you want in this world. And you know what? Life is short, but it's also long too. And you only get one shot in this world, so live fast, don't wait. Take what you want as long as you're not hurting anybody or doing anything illegal. You know, seize the day. Take what you want in life and do good with it. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll be back with another one, and we'll make a difference, boys. So until next time, we'll see you guys.